cracking it. I like to crack. Oh. The shake was too aggressive for the amount of soda that was in there.
That's fine.
It was a very dangerous game you decided to play.
I'm willing to gamble.
I'm sure you are. It's not your carpet that would suffer.
Yeah. My shorts that would suffer.
That's true.
My Chunter branded shorts.
Yeah, those are your Chunter shorts.
You know.
Love a good Chunter short.
Right. Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
And here, what did we watch today? Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Oh my.
They are
mercy.
Oh my, mercy.
That is what it says in the lyrics.
It's true. It's what he does say that in his sweet, sweet Kelsey Grammer voice.
So we watched one episode of Frasier
for the first time in
forever.
I was gonna say a long time because I know you love saying that because that song is annoying.
I hate Frozen.
Do you?
I mean, I haven't watched it in like...
It's been a long time.
9 years?
I mean, are you saying you hate Love is an Open Door?
So I like the visual sequence of Love is an Open Door. I can't say I like the song that much.
I'll take anything that's like the pre-Lin-Manuel days.
It's, at this point, I'm sitting there going like, I liked one song in Encanto. One. And even then, I listened to it in Japanese.
Is it Mirabelle's?
Yeah, her I Want song.
Yeah.
And even then, I kind of prefer it more for its visual sequence rather than the song itself.
Yeah, it's boarded super well.
It's nice.
Love it.
Unfortunate.
Well, what are you gonna do?
And it's like the opposite in Wish, where like one song, but the boarding is so boring. Boy, I sure hope you love a, like, it's not even a lavender. It's like just this really pale blue gradient background with orbs flying around.
Yeah.
And not even flying, more meandering.
Yeah. They don't do anything interesting with the camera. Like,
it's just the characters standing on a gradient background.
Like they are
orbs.
They are lucky the song can stand up by itself.
And that's the only sequence that holds up.
Yeah.
The rest of that movie is ass. What others? Oh, I hated Moana's soundtrack. That was Lin-Manuel, right?
Yeah, that was. You didn't like any of them from there?
Fuck no.
You didn't like her I Want song?
I always forget. Like, when I'm thinking about, like, the Disney I Want songs, that's usually one of the last ones I think about.
That probably is the best song on the movie, in my opinion.
That doesn't mean it's good. Look at its competition in the movie.
Yeah, I'm like...
The other songs are straight up not good. Like, I Hate You're Welcome.
Yeah, that's not good. And then you have the
Tamatoa song.
You have that one. You have the Wanderers one.
Yeah.
But Lin-Manuel actually sings in that one, so that disqualifies
it. You, get out.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
But like, please, though, can we hire any other composer?
That song, I mean, it was great when they were singing in the native Hawaiian.
Yeah.
And then you hear, we're here in the wind and the sky. It's like, shut up, dude. Go away.
I'm like, can you go?
Can you just leave? Thanks.
Please and thank you.
Thank you. No.
Look, I like animated musicals. I think they're fun. Can we get one with a good soundtrack again?
Please.
Like,
it's been so long. I can only look up storyboards on YouTube that people make of actual musical songs that I like. Like, I can only watch storyboards for an animated Heathers musical so many times. You know what I mean?
Stop. I know the last time I really liked a musical, like an animated musical, was Over the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
It's because it was just a solid movie.
Glenn Keane, what are you doing? You're like 80 something. What are you doing directing a film for the first time in your entire career?
That no one's gonna watch.
There's that too.
Like, come on, man.
You know, I'm glad he lived long enough to direct a movie.
Good on him, right?
Because I don't think anyone thought we were gonna get there.
No, I don't think so.
What did you think of this episode of Frasier?
It's pretty good. Chill.
Yeah.
You know, the A plot of like Frasier like being able to discern a con, a ruffian, rapscallion
during a game of poker.
Yeah, I think the focus was the banter felt like what they focused on the most when writing this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were really trying to be clever.
Yeah,
and like some of it landed, some of it wasn't. Mm-hmm. It didn't have a lot of strong moments. No. I love the Daphne lore.
Oh yeah.
Where she's just amazing at pool. I love the Daphne lore. It's so good. But overall, like,
this was a weaker episode. That's for certain.
I would agree.
I loved the Ross scene.
Yeah.
At the start of the episode,
she was very good.
It's like, can I have $10? I gave it to some guy. Like,
who fleeced her? Yeah. Oh, Roz. I do like her a lot.
I like her more than Daphne.
Daphne's just a novelty character.
Yeah, I think like Roz also, like in that scene, Ross is like, she was the butt of the joke, but I feel like Ross is so normally like the girl gunning for everyone else in the scene, and I think that's hilarious.
Yeah,
and like that actress has so much presence when she is just like intimidating other characters. Not like intimidating, but like when she speaks up, the other character's like, oh god.
Like she actually like was getting the brunt of it, like you said. She's usually lobbing shot after shot after shot, you know, and it's cool. And she just takes it in stride.
Mm-hmm.
I do like.
I kind of like how, even though like she's the focus of being like the butt of this joke, she does take that in stride.
Like I would meet a woman like Roz in real life. I would never meet a Daphne Moon in real life.
Yeah. That's a TV character.
That is like
Roz is a woman.
Yeah. Period.
One that doesn't exist today anymore.
No. That back then, right? We would get women like Roz.
We don't
back
have
then.
women that strong anymore.
No, it just doesn't happen.
Or rather, I guess not that strong, but strong in a different way.
Yeah. You know,
she's not in your face about it. She's just like she just shoots pot shots and just
she gives
moves
me
on with her life.
She gives me very salt of the earth, just doing her thing. Right?
Yeah.
She does. She's not slay queen.
Yeah, I kind of miss, for lack of a better phrasing, like strong women from that era where they would just be like, they would do their thing and move on. They're not standing there and going like, but look how progressive I am. Look how like, I think about like, Don't Look Under the Bed, that DCOM we watched, in which like you have the main character, she's female.
Yep.
Strong, cool character, not in your face about like, look how strong I am as a woman. This isn't Starstruck.
Girl power.
It's not Starstruck, right? Where it's just this girl's like, I'm female. I hate you.
Nothing is going to be Starstruck, and we can only pray that it never will be.
So, Darian, when are you going to live stream you singing the entire soundtrack to Starstruck?
I don't know.
Since I know that you know half the songs in that movie.
If this video gets 100 likes, this one, only this one, I will stream it on YouTube and get copyright claim. I don't know the rules. I was playing Final Fantasy X the other day, and I got to the Tsutsuki Dane.
Oh yeah, you mute that.
I let it play, and I wasn't getting any notifications about like copyright or anything, but I got scared and muted it for like 10 seconds.
No, you do want to.
Okay, I don't know the rules very well. But I was just
the rules are weird.
I was like enjoying it. I was like listening. I'm like, yeah, and I was like, oh no, wait, am I gonna get struck? Ah! So I muted it for like the last 20 seconds.
It do be that way. It's
a good sequence though.
So what were we doing here? We had cabin trailer fun times with Brian.
We were hanging out with
and
Brian.
Cameron. Mm-hmm. We love Brian in this household.
I don't think you can speak for this household. This is not
I will ban anyone that says any ill will towards Brian.
Any negative comments about Brian? Banned. Instantly.
Banned.
Banned.
It's like anyone that says anything negative about Mr. Bronson from Echo.
Banned.
That is an incredible father. He's
oh
daddy.
My God. Those are two different things that you just said. I want you to know.
Yes.
Okay, just so you were aware. Just so you knew.
He do be a daddy, though.
He do be father. Oh my God.
But I guess here we're with Devon today.
Yeah, he's out here doing something. Yeah.
The wind whips violently in Devon's face. It's powerful enough that he can barely breathe. The ominous sound of the sirens were really the only thing that could guaranteed that he'd be home as soon as he possibly could be. He always took their warning seriously because what they warned of always terrified him. So now, in this haze of pain and horror, he wonders why he didn't heed the warnings. The mile wide
mm-hmm.
tornadoes.
Yeah.
That rip across the plains of his home state evoke a primal fear in him that few other things do. He'd felt that fear moments before his world becomes a red flash of pain. Before he saw Artie crumple lifeless to the ground, at the same time a pop echoed through the air.
Huh?
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 Before he was made to drink from the plastic bottle of water the other bear had brought out of his trailer. And before his paws were tightly bound above his head. As Devon briefly comes to in the red glow of the metal container he's in, to the sounds of metal chains and the feeling of cramped heat, he knows he should be doing something. He should be helping somebody, someone he deeply cares about. Lupita, Artie, Cameron.
Lupita, Artie, Cameron. There you go.
My favorite has to be still, was it day 4 of Roxas? Was it day 5? The tournament?
Oh, when he screams out the...
Hayner, Pence, and Olette.
Hayner, Pence, Olette.
That's like my favorite version.
It's pretty good.
Because that performance is bad.
No.
It's good.
It's so good. Jesse McCartney did nothing wrong at all. Like, literal, flawless performance. I will die on this hill.
I mean, I usually die on the hill, but that's the only good section in all of Kingdom Hearts is the 7 Days as Roxas.
Yeah.
When it gave me one of my favorite line reads. 2?
2? I still think about that because you started bringing it up more often. I just think about it now. 2? See something on the side of the road that's more than 1. 2? God damn it. Oh, it's so good though.
It's very good. It's very good. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's fine. Cameron! His voice is rough, dry, on the verge of breaking. His chest feels as if it's being crushed. Devon sinks back into the darkness, even while his mind roils in terror. Even as the F5 tornado continues to barrel right towards him.
Toto?
Click. Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Cameron sits at the table as the bear busies. Not bussies.
Not bussy. He does not bussy himself.
He's not bussing.
Cameron sits at the table as the bear bops his pussy all over the fucking cabin. Brian bops his big pussy.
No.
It's a children's book.
No. Where's the barrel dojin of it? Busies himself near the stovetop with his back to the coyote. Again, the coyote contemplates leaving, either by asking Brian again or just walking out the door. Another glance towards the window confirms Raincoat Monster is still out there, this time standing high in the trees. Get down from there.
He's just like, he's just up there.
I think he's not posing. He's just standing on a branch. Perched on a branch, still watching.
He's just A-posed up there.
Cameron quickly looks away again. He feels deep down that if he leaves, another terrible thing is going to happen. While he believes the bear's story about what happened, something about this trailer is extremely uncomfortable, making him even more anxious. He thinks that must have something to do with his upbringing, the long, narrow space feeling familiar in the worst of ways. It's like suddenly falling ill. Brother, I am ill.
Brother, he is ill. He is ill.
And being reminded of all of the awful feelings one has when they're especially sick. Meanwhile, Brian is chattering on about how it's that one thing.
Chamomile?
Chamomile.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were British, chamomile. Right? Brits in the chat, is that how you say it? Do you say chamomile? Or do you say chamomile? Because we say chamomile here in the old US of A. Yeah.
You and your shitty British accent.
Have some chamomile tea now.
Oh yeah, did you see the new British VTuber at HoloLive?
Mm-mm.
Okay, can you guess what her name is?
Can I guess?
Yeah, okay, wait. Let me... Her I think her name is... Sorry, chat.
Is it like a normal name?
A VTuber name.
That's so not helpful.
I love how when I type in her name, the first thing I get is past life.
People just love to dig it up.
Right. Okay, so this woman, right? This VTuber, her name is Elizabeth Rose Bloodflame.
That's a good fucking name.
Here's her design.
Oh! Yeah, I've seen her.
Yeah, the not Xenoblade girl.
Oh, but she looks so good.
She's just Pyra.
That's what I said. I'm not sorry. I like Pyra, okay? You know what? Both her and Mithra are fine, alright?
Mm-hmm,
whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's fine.
But that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you like that name?
It's great.
The chamomile is particularly effective when it comes to anxiety, and Cameron vaguely wonders why he's moving around so much if he's just making tea. Mostly, though, Cameron is trying to think clearly and get his thoughts to line up correctly through the fog he still feels cloud in his brawn. It's making him extremely tired, and a couple of times the coyote is convinced that he's still dreaming. It's almost like he's high again, but without any of the positives of being high. His anxiety is already coming down, though, despite the worry that whatever was in the forest might have done some kind of damage to his brain. He focuses his thoughts on Devon, trying to think clearly. Would the bear really leave him alone like this? He could have at least left him a message to let him know that this is what he wanted, that Cameron is safe in the situation. You don't trust this trusty bear?
I don't think he does.
But Cameron also knows that wouldn't have been all that practical. If Devon was really in a hurry, which he definitely would have been, he would have left him behind if he knew it was for the best, and if he knew the situation was safe. There really isn't a way he could have left a message anyway, except for maybe a text. But with no phone and no service. If this Brian guy really wants to help him, though, he should have gone to the highway instead. He has to have a car, right? Well, you don't know that.
But he has to have one.
Does he have to have one?
This is America. Most people would.
This is a trailer bear.
It is. But, like, I imagine he doesn't have to worry about, like, you know, repo and car payments and stuff like that. He probably has a vehicle.
Maybe. I guess we don't know. We didn't see one in Echo.
No, I guess we didn't.
It's not like he can just survive out here in an old trailer. Watch him! Cameron fixes his face into a pleasant smile, knowing that it seemed to set the old bear at ease whenever he did. Do you have a car? Brian, seemingly absorbed in what he's doing, glances back.
Oh, well, I kind of share a truck with another guy in town. He happens to be out of town with that truck right now. Of course he would be, right?
Oh, okay. And Brian smiles at him again.
I can see why Daniel likes you. You're a friendly kid.
Oh, you mean Devin?
Shit, yeah. The brain doesn't remember things like it used to.
You're fine. Cameron stares at the table, feeling like that exchange was very strange, but it's hard to think through the cloudiness. Despite the dulled anxiety, the feelings is worrying him more and more. I'm actually feeling really weird. I'm so tired.
Well, considering what happened to you, that makes sense. Not to pry, but do you do any drugs?
No, not anymore at least. I mean, I had some weed like hours ago, but that should have worn off by now. Brian shrugs.
People always say weed ain't a big deal, but it's probably what fucked me up the most back when I first tried it.
Cameron listens to the sound of liquid being poured into a cup. Yeah, I don't think I like it. But I shouldn't still be high, right?
You shouldn't, but after my first time smoking, I felt high for fucking years after. Even when I wasn't touching the stuff.
Cameron feels a prickle of worry underneath the haze. Years?
Yep, it's, what's it called? Depersonalization? Made me feel like my own paws weren't my own, and everything looked all weird and distorted, like a filter was in front of my eyes.
Cameron vaguely recalls some of his own friends describing the exact same thing, even when the trip was supposed to be over. He'd experienced it himself while he was under the influence of various dissociatives. Having the same experience while he's supposed to be sober is borderline terrifying, though. Weed does that? His worry and panic breaks through the surface for a second, and he feels like for that moment, he's surfaced from a muddy depths of his confusion before slipping back underneath. He can't live in a dream for the rest of his life. But what even is life? Sitting here in a trailer with an old, slightly smelly bear? Only slightly smelly.
Slightly.
Yeah. How did he even get here again? Where's Dev? Oh shit. Cameron suddenly grips the table, shaking as he feels as if he's lifting out from his body somehow, and that he has to hold on to something to remain in place.
Hey, you're alright, kid. Here,
Brian ambles over to the fridge, opens the freezer, pulls out the ice tray, and drops a few cubes into the mug. The ice clinking loudly. Why does it do that?
Do what?
I always think it's funny the way that, like, when you drop ice into a thing, it makes, like, breaking noises.
Oh, because the ice breaks.
Yeah, but I think it's funny.
It's temperature change.
It's just like, look at that.
It go, blah,
it's
blah.
like shattering without shattering.
Yeah, that's called cracking.
No, it's shattering, but it's not like fully shattering.
I think it's just called cracking. Because I think shattering implies that it breaks apart into a bunch of pieces.
I think it's doing that, but inside.
So
That's
cracking
how that works. But the outside isn't cracking.
Right, but you can crack the inside of
You
something.
crack the inside.
Right.
It's like breaking bones.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you crack bones or do you shatter them? Why not both?
I think like I said, I think shattering implies breaking into many, many pieces. Cracking is just, that. What I just did.
You heard it here. He stirs it for a few moments, then turns back to the trembling coyote.
Hope you don't mind the ice, but it should be cool enough to drink now.
Still confused and terrified, and just wanting something to do, to focus on, Cameron reaches out for the mug and the bear is holding out to him. He takes it in a trembling paw, gulping it down. It's filled with honey and the strong taste of ginger, and it's unlike any chamomile tea he's had before. The amount of honey is surprising, and he, briefly wonders if it's a bear thing, even though Devin never seemed to have much of an affinity for it. Affinity.
Yeah.
Honey affinity.
Yeah. What's your honey affinity at?
Low.
Really?
Well, I never grew up with it, so we just don't have it in the house.
That's fair. Reasonable.
Anytime I go, maybe I should put honey in this dish, I have to actually go get it.
I have to go get honey.
Yeah. Because I do not just have that available.
Fair.
It just is what it is. Still, Cameron doesn't get the full flavor of the concoction until he's finished it. And as he exhales, an odd nutty taste mixed with what Cameron can only describe as dirt lingers at the back of his tongue. Cameron frowns at the bizarre, terrible tea. He can't help pulling a face as he looks into the mug, a thick, round glob of honey remaining at the base while dark particles slowly collect around it. It's distracting enough that his panic attack is terminated before it can really begin. Brian laughs.
Sorry about that. I like to add in kava root to soothe anxiety too. Should have warned you.
Cameron had thought the taste was somewhat familiar, but he supposed that any kind of root would have an earthy, bitter taste. Ah, okay. Just wasn't expecting it. I read about kava a few times when I was looking for ways to help with anxiety. Never tried it, though.
Well, get ready for it to change your life. It got me off all my chill pill meds.
Yeah, see, he's a reformed little
Yeah,
bear.
reformed.
Yeah, this kava root has changed his life.
Ignore that Artie might be dead and that Devin is in some nondescript place.
There's zero proof of that.
Maybe we could go back a little bit. It happened. We have it on recording.
There was no visual.
That's true.
And that was only narration.
It was black, yeah. Could be an unreliable narrator.
Yeah, there we go. I love fourth-person narrations that are unreliable.
So good.
Is that what this is called?
This is called third person.
Third person? It is third person. Why not fifth person?
What is fourth person narrator?
Can we get sixth person?
Yeah, what is that?
Can we keep raising the bar?
I want 20th person point of view.
Yeah. Show it to me, audience.
Come on. What do you guys got? Give me some examples. I do have some leftover bars if you need something stronger, though.
Xanax?
Yep.
Xanax.
Good on you.
I want the second X to be capitalized.
To also be capitalized? That would be so good. It's such an important... Oh. Is that a nobody?
Can you come up with a name with Xanax? You have to take out one X and then make a name.
Take out what, like NASA and AXA?
Knox?
And double AX Knox? Yeah. Maybe.
We can get
or Anx. AANX.
Onyx.
Yeah, just take out the first X. His name's Onyx.
Terrible. I'll wait and see. Well, that would be nice. Cameron already feels like falling asleep, so it doesn't seem like the best idea. While he mostly believes the bear's story, he doesn't want to be completely unaware of what's happening right now.
I'm guessing you've had some experience with it before, huh?
Cameron frowns at the table, not sure what to say. He doesn't really want to discuss his past with the stranger, even if the guy seems like he would understand. Brian puts his paws up, like he's showing that he's unarmed.
Hey, I don't judge, kid. I was into that lifestyle for most of my life before I started turning things around.
While Cameron is still cautious, he doesn't want to make it seem like he's suspicious. It doesn't feel like the best idea to sour things between him and the only other person with him in the middle of the desert. Yeah, I did a bit of everything in middle school and high school. Only thing I got hooked on was opioids, though.
Oof, you and half the country, kid. That's a rough one.
The tiredness is starting to plateau, if not recede slightly, and Cameron feels an odd but welcome sense of empathy towards this bear. It must be the kava kicking in.
Must be.
Yeah, Brian's face appears a bit more defined and clear, and there's a warmness in his eyes. It was my first drug, too. I experimented with everything else because I was trying to find something less addictive and harmful. Brian shakes his head.
That's the problem with it. There ain't much out there that makes you feel that good. That's what I'm told, anyway.
Just, eat sugar.
I don't think it does the same things.
But it's sweet and nice.
It is, but it doesn't do the same things that people take drugs for.
Settle.
Yeah, true. Right.
Brian chuckles.
I took one of my dad's hydros and ended up puking my guts out for hours. Guess I'm lucky that I can't keep them down.
Cameron thinks about that, about how nice it would have been if he became violently ill whenever he tried opioids or any other drugs, for the matter. Yeah, I'd say that's some good luck. I quit in college and haven't done it since, though.
Good for you.
Brian gazes down his nose at Cameron, starting to frown. Cameron's ears twitch as he senses a sudden change in the mood.
Now, I don't mean to bring this up again, but did your visions get more intense when you did heroin?
At first, Cameron wants to correct the bear and say that he's never done heroin, but then stops and he thinks back. Of course, his visions got worse whenever he was on a certain drug, including opioid. He had assumed back then that they were just agitating.
There you go.
Agitating.
Hell yeah.
I saw this and was like, Agito?
Agito?
Agito? Here we go, count 0. Kamen Rider, Agito.
So good.
Look, guys, Kamen Rider is bad. Go watch it.
Yeah. Have it ruin everything else in your life.
True. Everyone go watch Blade.
That's a good one. Although you might have an easier time selling Ryuki to people. If you're an anime fan.
It's true. Going here, watch better Madoka.
That's how you say it. Yeah. Exactly. You could have them watch double if they want they want double.
If they want peak.
I do really like Double.
Double is so good.
I love it.
I always think about it. I'm like, if Persona 4 came out 2 years later, Naoto would have just been female Shotaro.
Actually.
And that's what it would have been. They would have rewrote the entire character. And been she's just female Shotaro.
And it kind of would have been better, huh?
Would have been so much better.
Yeah.
And Double's design. One of the best writer designs ever made. It's so good. Of course, his visions got worse. Oh, yeah, whatever. It was only today that he'd made the correction between drug usage and hallucination, or visions. Yeah, actually. And a few times on other stuff, too. Does that happen to you?
Definitely.
Again, feelings of empathy grow in the coyote's chest. There are others like him, just like him. Maybe I'm not going crazy then. I keep going back and forth on that. Brian chuckles a bit.
Well, I'm not normal crazy anyway, right?
He's not normal crazy. He's crazy.
He's advanced crazy.
I'm advanced crazy.
Say,
Brian looks carefully at Cameron again, and the coyote is almost distracted by the glow that seems to be emanating from the bear's eyes. Oddly enough, the intensely vivid and defined fur seems to be rippling as if blowing in the wind, even though they're inside. Is this Kava? Is this Kava?
Good shit.
No.
I love that meme so much. It's still good.
You ever tried something more trippy, like acid or mush or shrooms?
Or shroomy boys. Cameron shifts uncomfortably at the last word. Yeah, both. Acid was fine, but nothing weird happened. Shrooms just kind of fucked me up, and I saw all kinds of things.
That's too bad. That one can be a real eye-opener.
Oh? Cameron isn't sure what else to say, feeling just a bit uncomfortable again.
But yeah, most drugs make you see more things. Only ones that don't are stims. That's why so many people here got into meth.
Brian chuckles again, but this time it sounds a bit darker. Sinister even.
Sinister even. Ooh. Only problem with that is meth still makes you see shit, but only because it makes you go crazy.
Arches and half circles. Yeah. Cameron looks back down at the table. He wonders about his mother again, and if maybe she was like him. Maybe she took the stimulants.
There you go.
Because she was just trying to stop the visions, but ended up starting a wave of hallucinations and delusions instead. Cameron watches the wood grain on the table shift and move slightly like waves on an ocean.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
We partying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then it hits him. It hits him hard. The aftertaste of the tea, it was familiar. Why things are moving in inexplicable ways and why everything is feeling more fucked up by the second. He's been here before. A moment seems to black out of existence from Cameron's memory, because the next thing he knows, he's already standing up, the chair sliding back behind him. He stares at Brian with wide eyes, mouth open, but he can't seem to say anything. He can't think of what to say if the bear did what he thinks he did. Brian stares back, watching Cameron carefully, in a way that tells the coyote that the bear isn't surprised at all by this reaction, and that makes Cameron even more afraid. The cozy, dreamy lighting of the trailer becomes more ominous, red and dangerous, and the bear in front of him seems to warp.
Ooh.
Ah.
That's a scary portrait.
Now he's even hotter.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Look, sometimes you want them a little bit crazy.
I guess.
Just a little bit.
That's a lot of crazy,
Just a
though.
little guy.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Nothing.
Into a demon. No. What did you give me? Cameron looks wildly at the coffee mug.
You need to calm down. Understand?
What did you give me?
I think you already know the answer to that. So why don't you just sit down and get it together?
Get it together. Oh, the bear's face is so warped, but Cameron honestly can't tell if it's real or not. Was it...
Oh, can you do it?
What is this? Psilocybe.
Sort of.
What is it?
Psilocybin.
Psilocybin?
Psilocybin.
Oh, did you drug me with shrooms? Brian says nothing, and he's right. He's right that Cameron knows. He could never forget this feeling. Oh my god, why? It ruined my life! Cameron is heaving for breath, the sounds of his gasping almost drowning the bear out.
Sit down and I'll explain.
But Cameron has no intention of sitting down. The The sensation and visuals just as bad as the last time, if not worse, and he's only at the beginning. The fear and panic reach the dizzying level, and Cameron is running around the table for the floor. Running around the table for the door? For the door, not floor.
For the door.
For the door.
Yes.
Why not the floor? It's closer.
But it wouldn't get him where he wants to go.
Then he's on his back, his chest, spine, and the back of his head aching. Wow. Okay. Well, I think we'll end it there.
Oh,
so
man.
We have the extra. Wasn't that fun times?
Oh, we got
Wasn't that fun time? We got some Brian time.
Yeah.
We love Brian time.
Not so fun Brian time.
This is good Brian time.
Okay.
This is very good. We'll see you around, everyone.